Okay, well that was strange. We got kicked off. And I'm not sure if this is going to register as a new live or a continuation of the previous one, but yeah, my internet like my computer kicked me off the internet. Yeah, anyway, I just had to reconnect. I don't That was the weirdest thing. Anyway, continuing what we're doing. All right. Okay, where are we? 8:11 of 23. Is this where we were? 8:42. It's our last trade. 8:11. This is all wonky. What? Okay, so 8:42 was our last trade. So let's just get there. I don't think. When did that one close? 9. Okay, so we're just on to the next day. 8:14. We don't get kicked off our internet this time. That was the strangest thing. All right, no trade to start. We're getting a buy right here. Okay, gonna move up our standard just a little bit right there. Whoa. Okay, our big blue flip. So if we can get above our standard, we'll just close it out on that close, or at the post, if we can get there before we get stopped out. Okay, we're still in this. Ooh, we touched it. Okay, we did just barely close above our standard, so we are going to close it out for basically breaking even. So, yeah, glad we did that. Yeah, we could have gotten a lot more, but it's okay. Trade plan didn't feel like we should hop in there. Okay, alright, well. Not a whole lot going on that day. Okay, next day. Next. Okay, nothing at the start. So on to the next. Okay, which is a buy right here. Go ahead and take that. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. Set our new pseudo entry right here. Go for more. All right. So big blue flipped. We are in profit. See, this is a little bit of a gray area for me as far as what to do. So technically, if we were to go forward one click at a time, or tick rather, so we flipped right here. We're not an entry, but at the post of the candle, we are. So I don't know. It's kind of a gray area if we stay in. I'm going to say we stay in. Business as usual, I say. Okay. Maybe that bites us in the blubber. What do we do? What do we do? All right. We're gonna... Okay. Based off of how this one goes, that's how we decide. So if we stay in, we now close once we get back above. Okay. Which is right here. And we would be getting a little bit less, actually, because this was it right here, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, so that's where it switched. So we ended up not getting as much as a result. You know what? I think... I think we're going to make the executive decision to where we close it out right here. That's how we're going to back test now. And on to the next. Okay, we're getting a buy right here. Okay. TNTs are still good for the upward direction, so move up our standard and see if we can get some more. Okay. Our TNTs are updated. So we need to get above our entry. Our big blue is still going the right way, so we're not going to close it out. We are now, though, so for a profit of almost 3,000, it's good. Or 3%, if that's how you want to think about it. All right, on to the next trade, which is actually right now, getting a sell. There it is. Okay, close it out there. On to the next. Oh, you know what? No, we're good. We're good. That's the day. Next day. Okay, so officially after 2 weeks of back testing, we're up 14.5%. After starting out with about a 12% drawdown. So in terms of money management, you decide what you can do, but we're not done. I mean, we could get a bigger drawdown than that. It's definitely possible. On to the next day. Interesting. Take a buy here. This is actually a really good entry candle right there. Okay, move up our standard. Or pseudo entry, I guess you could call it. Okay. Move it up a little more. Since we're closing below the body of the previous candle. And our TNTs are still good for more. Okay, we did switch. We did flip now. We are basically at our entry, maybe just a little bit. Okay, we are a little bit above our standard there, so business as usual as far as our exit strategy. Since we're in profit, technically. Okay, so now we're going to close our trade if we can get above our entry again. Unless we get closed out. You know what? We actually got closed out right here, so we still get to close for an overall profit, but basically breaking even there. And we're actually getting a sell signal, so see if we can get some movement on the downside, which it looks like we're going to be able to. Okay, move our standard since we closed above the body of the previous candle. And TNTs are good for more. Okay, move our standard again. Okay, TNTs are still not... Ooh, okay, right here. We are getting the signal to hop out since our orange and dotted blue are facing the opposite from when we entered. So we do get an overall profit right there. And these are small candles relatively, so $340, so nothing crazy there. Better than a kick to the teeth, that's for sure. All right, next day. Okay, and we're getting a sell first thing. That's a good candle to start. Okay, move our standard. Okay, now we have the flip. So see if we can get back down. Okay, close it out right here, which is actually more than what we would have been able to previously. So it's a good trade. 26.60, very good trade. 2.6%. On to the next, which looks like it's going to be a buy right here, right at 8 o'clock. Okay, doesn't look like there's any news or anything. Okay. I think right here that is below, so we are just going to move our standard up. Yeah, it's just below, so we're just going to move our standard. Okay, we got to pull back. Big blue switch, so we're going to just see if we can get back above our standard and close it out. Unless we get closed out. And we do get closed out right here for a bit of a loss. And we're going to go the other way now. So that's what our TNT lines are telling us to do. That's the signal. Okay, there we go. And it looks like orange is just barely pointing up. So we'll just go ahead and close that out for a $1,000 profit. And on to the next. You know what? Hold on. We got out right here. Okay. Technically getting a sell signal right here since we're pointing down again. So we'll do that. Okay, now we're getting a new standard here. Okay, again, a new standard. TNTs, all right. So we are actually getting the signal to get out now with our TNTs updating, and it's telling us to go for a buy. So we'll close that out, go the other way. And very good thing we did too. Okay, we're still going. See if we can get, okay. Okay, move our standard. We were all the way up here, so it could get back up there again. Longer chart, that could just be a pullback, so. Wants to keep going. Okay, gonna move up our standard again. Okay, and all right, so we did determine that if our blue flipped on the candle where we cross back into profit where our standard is, then we would just close it out. So we'll go ahead and close this one out for a lovely profit. And that is the day. Let's see what would happen though. Yep, glad we got out there. We would have been just in a stressful mess there. All right, next day. Okay, we're on the 18th. We started on the beginning of the month, and we're up almost $20,000. So it's a good month. Now here's what's interesting. I'm gonna show you my back testing actually. Here it is. So this right here is the results of the exact same strategy, just over 100 random trading days. So almost $120,000 after 100 days. So this seems to be pretty much in line with the, well, this month it's actually what we're doing so far seems to be a little bit better than what this averaged out per day. So 120, so 100 days is basically approximately 5 months worth of trading days. So 120%. So basically that's 20% a month. So we're already there, and we're just over halfway through. So we're kind of beating our average so far. Now it gets a little bit tough when you need to stay within parameters as far as what your max drawdown can be. For example, if you're using a prop firm. So $17,000 was our biggest drawdown over the course of 100 random days. 17-ish. And so if you're doing a prop firm, you can only draw your account down 10%, then you're going to have to adjust your lot size to about half of what we're doing right now, which is still good. I mean, that's still about a 10% return, but the trickier part is determining what you should do relative to your daily drawdown. So if your daily drawdown is 5%, then you could probably looking at, 2 losing trades in a row, and then probably just calling it, which is going to be about two lot sizes. 4. So losing 2,000, a little over 2,000 per trade. So 4. Yeah. Anyway, that's stuff you can kind of determine what the best way to go about that is once you have enough data to look at. Okay. On to the first trade, which is nothing yet. It's going to be a buy right here. Take that buy. Okay, you got pull back. Haven't got the signal to get out yet. And there it is. All right, so get out and go the other way. Okay, new standard. All right, and blue flipped, so we're above the body of the previous candle, so we'll just close that one out for a profit. And we're taking a buy now. Okay, so get some wild movement here. And we are getting a sell now, so close that out for a loss and go for a sell. Gotta get down under. Gosh, okay, now we're getting... Okay, so this is pretty rangy, so this is kind of what I was saying earlier. Ranges are either really good or really bad. Usually they're bad. Kind of get caught in the wrong spot in the range. Okay, so we're closing out here, and we're just on to the next trade now, which you probably don't get one. Okay, so we drew down a good amount. So 5, 6, so about $6,000 drawdown there. So yeah, if you had a day, or if you were trading an account where you're limited on your drawdowns, you would have had an issue if your drawdown was, max drawdown was like 5%, for example. All right, next day. Yeah, I think we'll just do this 1 month. And then we'll call it a night. Okay, I'm getting a sell right here. And these are pretty big candles, so we could get some good profits here. Okay, new standard. Up 1,700 on that trade. Okay, hang on a sec. Here's a gray area. All right, so right here we're even with our standard, right? Pointing down, our big blues pointing down. and then we switch. We're in profit, so I think in this case, I would probably look at my pressure and think, oh man, well, there's a couple of things I'd be looking at there. So just the direction of the pressure looks very, very bearish, but we're kind of far away from pressure too. So we could be getting a pullback. So I'm just going to close this one out. But let's just see what would have happened. All right, we could have gotten a tiny bit more. Nothing crazy. But I feel good about our process and how we made that decision. Okay, we're taking a buy. And yeah, well, this is kind of what I was saying. We could be getting a kind of a pullback toward pressure. So let's see if we can take advantage of that upward movement if we get it. All right, which we don't get. So we're getting the signal to hop out right here, but we're going to also get the signal to go down. So yeah, like I said, there was a bit of a pullback right there, just not as much as I would have expected. Not that it matters, because that's not really anything to do with the rules of our trade plan that we're back testing, but just something a little extra analysis, I guess. Here's a really good move. Okay. I'm going to go for more here. You got good TNT still with a good amount of time left on them. So this trade's going to go for a little longer. Okay, awesome. One of our blues isn't going the right way, but I'm more worried about the big blue and our orange when it comes to getting out of our trade. All right, our orange is pointing the wrong way, and we closed above the body of the previous candle. So we will close this out for a $3,300 profit. So very good trade. Exactly the kind of movements we're looking to take advantage of with this strategy. And on to the next, which is a buy right here. Now, the big blue is very good at finding possible reversals or the end of a trend. So we could be looking to go back up, at least maybe back up to pressure here, or we're just going to get caught in some consolidation. So we are taking this trade. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we're still in this. Yeah, you can see, I mean, didn't really go anywhere right on the bar that we had our blue flip. So we're still in it. Nothing's telling us to get out quite yet, except for that. Orange and dotted blue are now pointing opposite from when we entered, so we'll go ahead and close that. So the day's still profitable overall, I think. Yeah. So 5,000, so about $2,000 profit. 3,000. Oh, well, almost 3,000. So still a good day. And we have a few minutes left here. Just make sure we're not missing anything. Nope. Okay. Next day. And we're getting a buy very first thing, which is interesting. So our thin orange is much more likely to give you signals going the other way, even though that trend looks very strong toward the downside, because it's basically sensing that we're in a situation where we're oversold. So it's very quick to want to point up. But all our other TNT lines are also confirming the same thing. So let's hop in. So a little bit of consolidation, looks like. Okay, I am getting the signal to hop out right now. And we are actually getting the signal to sell. So that's interesting. And I'm glad we did, because we had some good movement there to make up for our little bit of a loss there. See, this is tough. We're basically sideways here. I think I'm going to... We are pretty overbought. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. So, thought process. So, if this were down, we would just move our standard and go for more. But I mean, our pressure does look good. We are pretty far away from pressure. And we are pretty overbought. Just looking at our level here, I am going to get out right here. For sure. Let's see what happens, though. Yep. So that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to keep going back down, but yeah, don't want to be in a position where we're floating a big loss like that. So I'm glad, yeah, it was a good, I'm happy with our process with how we decided what to do there. What's the platform called? This platform is called GreenChart. And if you want to give it a try, so this link right here, light10.com/mat of trades, will take you to a place where you can register, make an account. A $10 fee, which ultimately gets donated to a charity, will get you access to this for a month, as well as a couple of private sessions with either me or someone like me, with more instruction and I guess you call them trading sessions. You also get access to webinars of live trading. People that are better at this than I am. So yeah, GreenChart's awesome. Really nice to back test, and of course you have access to live feeds as well, but it is closed right now. Yeah. Not getting any live information. And yeah, if you want to learn more about it just in general, subscribe to my channel, because this is pretty much what I do on this channel. It's back testing, and when I can, I'll start doing some live trading again. On to the next trade, which we're actually getting a sell right here. So kind of back toward overall trend now. Okay, move our standard, our pseudo entry, so you can get some more movement down. All right, our blue flipped now, so we are going to just see if we can get below our entry and close it out. Unless we get stopped, which we get stopped right there. All right, we are getting stopped out right there, so that kind of stinks. And close that out, but it is telling us to buy now. This is a very, 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 very good candle to enter on, especially where that's the post. We're gonna move our standard up. Okay, we're gonna move it up again, just a tad. There it is. Okay, we're going to move it up again. That's exactly what we want from this strategy. Okay. All right, our blue is now facing the other way, so we're going to go ahead and close this out for a profit. How big was our loss? Let's see. So 17, up 300. Okay, so I think we're down a little bit for the day. That's not a terrible day, though. Let's see here. What time is it? All right, we'll do one more day, and then I have some other obligations I have to tend to. Did we just do the 23rd? No. We're on the 23rd. Okay, cool. First. Alright, we're getting a sell right here. Big red candles. Oh! It's the opposite of what I wanted. We're still in it, though. Oh! Alright, so that's a max loss trade, so 5,000. And on our very first day, we had 2 max loss trades on the very first day of the month, which is why we started with a big drawdown. So now, when you get when you get movement enough to be able to hit a max loss, there's a good chance you're gonna get some opportunities to claw that back pretty quick. So we're actually getting a sell signal now, which is a little scary considering how all that looks, but we're back testing. We're just collecting data. And just getting some consolidation. Okay, hold on. Our blue flipped. When did our blue flip? Right? Wait. Okay, our blue flipped right here, so we should close our trade right here. When we get back into our under our entry there. And on to the next, which is a buy. Right here. Oh. Okay, move our standard up. So even though this doesn't look like a lot of movement there, that's $1,100 worth of movement. So these are big candles. And you can tell that it's big. If you can see your $5,000 stop loss on your 1 minute chart, these are big candles. So let's see if we can not lose all of our money. Okay, we're getting a signal to get out right here. Orange and dotted blue are pointing opposite from our entry. And on to the next. We still have a lot of time left. We can definitely claw back. Okay, we're getting an entry right now to buy. Okay, and right when we do that, we get we're getting called out, so could be a good thing. On to the next. Probably be right here. Yep. Okay, we're going for a buy now. Okay, we haven't been exited out yet. I think we're going to in just a minute. Okay, we are getting called. Why do I have 2 of these open? What in the world? Close one of those out. Okay, we are going for a sell now. Alright, here's our big chance to get back. Get some 9 o'clock magic here. No, that's not what I want. Down. Okay. Hold on, we got called out right here. Alright, so another loser. So that's not a very good day. Yeah, it's not a good day at all. Ugh. So 5, 6, 7. So $9,000 loss in one day. Which happens. It happens. Hasn't been our biggest drawdown yet, though. Our biggest was at the very start of $12,000 drawdown. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I have other obligations I have to tend to, but thanks for watching. Like I said, if you're interested in giving this a try, go to light10.com/man-of-trades. You'll create a profile, and there's a $10 fee, again, which gets ultimately donated to a charity. And you'll get access to this for a month. You'll get access to webinar for a month. You'll get access to a chat, trader chat for a month, as well as you'll get some private trading sessions and instructions from either me or someone like me. So go ahead and check that out. Until next